This video is over Unit 8, Lesson 1, evaluating nth roots and studying rational exponents. So first of all, you need to know that if b to the n equals a, then b is the nth root of a. So for instance, 2 cubed equals 8, so the cube root of 8 equals 2. So there's just the connection between the nth roots and the exponents. An nth root of a is written as, and you can see this notation right here, where n is called the index, and I'll use that word a lot, so you'll need to know that. There are two notation for nth roots. There's radical notation and rational exponent notation, which is also sometimes referred to as decimal notation. So the radical notation is going to look like this. So that would be the nth root of a to the b. You could also write that exact same thing like this. So instead of the exponent b being inside the radical, you could raise the whole thing to the exponent b. So either way, you are going to write that in exponent form as a, and that base a comes from right here, whatever's underneath the radical, raised to the b over n. And so that b is the power, that n is the index, and you'll need to remember how to go between those two because that's something that you're going to be tested over. So here's some examples. I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so that I can write a little bit better here. Okay, so we have the fifth root of x squared, which can also be written as the fifth root of x squared. So I'm going to start with my base, the thing underneath the radical, that's x. I'm going to go to my power. My power is 2 over my index 5. Okay, we also have, let's say you just had like the third root or the cube root of 8 with no power. Well, the cube root of 8, we're going to use our base, and then since there's no power, that means our power is 1 over our index. And so like the square root of, let's say 10 would be 10 to the 1/2 power. The fourth root of 7 would be 7 to the 1/4 power. If there's no power there, it's just 1 over your index. Okay, so one of your 2.0 objectives is to be able to approximate roots using a calculator. And so I'm going to give you the keystrokes for both of our different calculators that we have in the room. If you have one that's not like this, you can talk to me and I can figure out how to help you with that. So on this first one, you're just going to do 9 caret. On your yellow calculators, you can just type in 1 divided by 5. On the blue calculators, this is yellow. On the blue, you're going to have to do 9 caret parentheses 1 divided by 5. And then just hit enter, and you should get 1.55, and we'll just round that to 2 decimals. So the next one, 12 to the 3/8, is pretty similar. We would do 12 caret 3 divided by 8 on the yellow calculators. And that's the reason we don't have to put it in parentheses. You can, but the reason you don't have to is because your calculator actually moves it up into a power. On the blue calculators, it doesn't do that. And so you have to tell it, I want this entire thing, this entire 3/8 to be my power. Otherwise, it just thinks you want 3. So either way, you type that in, and you should get 2.54 if you round it to 2 decimals. Okay, so to get this fifth root on your yellow calculator, you're going to hit the number 5, and then you're going to hit math, and you're going to go to the fifth option. And then you should see what looks like the fifth root pop up, and then you would type in 16. On your blue calculator, sorry, my pen's not working very good. You're going to hit 5, second, caret 16. And you should get 1.74 rounded on that one. Okay, let's look at this last one and then we'll be done. So your yellow versus blue, you're going to do on this one, you're going to do parentheses. Cube root actually has its own special button. It's math 4. So parentheses math 4. And then you'll type in, move this over a little bit so I have room. 2. And then you're going to have to hit the right key to get out from underneath the cube root. And then you'll close your parentheses. And then caret 4. On the blue calculator, you are going to do parentheses 3 second caret 2 parentheses caret 4. And so you should get 2.52 rounded on that. So now you need to do your practice and make sure that you know how to use your calculator and how to convert between the two forms.